Hello everyone and welcome once again to the Deiser Connection. How you doing? I hope you're doing great. Today we're really happy because we're continuing this section that we decided to call the Deiser Connection Atlassian Around the World, in which we interview different solution partners from around the world in order to know and to learn about their perspectives, their culture, and how they work in different places of the world. And today is no different because this is a special one. You know, this is powered by the Deiser Connection is powered by Deiser, and we decided to interview Deiser themselves. We're here in Spain, and we thought that it was a really good idea to interview Guillermo Montoya, who is the Executive President at Deiser, and Nuria García, who is the Head of Business Development. So I leave you with the interview. I hope you like it. I hope you find it insightful, and I hope that it's really interesting for you. So let's go and check it out. So, as I mentioned just before, we're here joined by two very important people at Deiser Solutions side. First of all, we have Guillermo Montoya, who is the Deiser Executive President. He used to be CEO, and he's also a co-founder here at Deiser. And we also are joined by Nuria García, who is Head of Business Development here at Deiser. The first question that we always do in this series of Atlassian Around the World is, how did Deiser become a solution partner?
Well, Fede, thank you for inviting us. And to answer this question, I would be back in 2007 when we were representing another Australian company called Spark Systems with another product called Enterprise Architect. And we were talking with a few companies, and one of them was ING Direct. And I remember perfectly that when I was speaking with one of the heads from that company, talking about Enterprise Architect, he told me, Guillermo, we know a defect tracking tool called Jira, not Jira. And we would like to have a copy of that tool, but we don't know if there is a company in Spain representing that strange name company called Atlassian. And I said, well, let me a few days and I will try to answer you. And I went back home. I entered the URL of Enterprise or Atlassian.com. I downloaded Jira and Confluence, and I fell in love with Jira because of the flexibility. Back then, Jira was a defect tracking tool, but or at least we started to see what Jira was years after. So I started to see the flexibility, the possibilities about processing, about process, about business that Jira probably would arrive with the usage. So I sent an email to Atlassian, and by May in 2007, we became officially Atlassian partners.
How does Spain's tech adoption affect how Deiser implements Atlassian's tools, Atlassian's products?
I think that the answer will be different depending on the technology that we're talking about and also maybe on the customer segment. For instance, I mean, if we talk AI, everybody is asking like, okay, with AI you can do this and this, but how specifically within my context can I use AI, for my business, for what I do? So for that, what we are doing is to build a whole set of use cases so that our customers actually can see the value and the possibilities that it will bring to their specific context. if, for instance, we talk about moving to the cloud, then we also need to talk about the customer segment, because small, medium companies moved to the cloud faster, but it's not the same case for large companies. And it's also understandable that they have huge instances built through many years with massive data, a lot of business logic. It has more impact, more risks. It requires more resources. So what we are doing there is to help them and support them along the way since day one, and in many different levels, like in the vertical, like holding C-level conversations, building a business case, helping the financial department understand why this is a must in the technological environment that we have now. So in the vertical and also on the horizontal, let's say, like discussing every project, every data set, discussing with every, or trying to see, with the different teams how they will be affected by the cloud solution. But I think that the question is not so much on how we implement Atlassian, because we are delivering a whole solution. So there are a lot of different activities of different kinds, like not only technical, but also like from the business perspective. And that everything combined, is like what we do is to provide the solution based on Atlassian. So even like for Atlassian eyes, we are a platinum solution partner, but for our customers, we are a business partner. And that is a different story.
You explain how you approach on different kind of levels, different kind of situations, different kind of context, right?
Yep.
So can you tell us about any innovative approaches that Deiser is taking to ensure, that Spain's customers can success with Atlassian?
I don't know if they are innovative enough, but we pay so much attention to providing support and building long-term relationships with our customers. Because I think that also in Spain, relationships and deals are so often based on trust. And people not only need to trust on your, you as a professional, it also, all the quality of the work of your team, but also as a person with your own particular background. So, sometimes we are asked about, how can I make my team to feel accountable of the work? How can I make my team to agree to set a deadline to my next release? And that even sets Atlassian platform out of the table. That is a whole new level of questions, and people, when they contact Deiser, are trusting people, like individual, and the whole background that we have behind. So I would say like building long-term relationships and supporting our customers hand by hand along the way, as I was mentioning before.
One only, in addition to that, you have to remember that Deiser is a 28 years company. So we started to build those relationships even before Atlassian. So we started to be based on these trustful relationships even in 2002. And part of these relationships extended when we started to work with Atlassian. So there are a lot of customers that have been working with Deiser long time ago, even more than 2007 or 2005, for instance.
And actually, here in Spain, we like recommendations, and word of mouth. And sometimes we get contact by people that have heard from us from a different or a previous customers or someone maybe that you personally know of.
Yep.
And we always mention this concept of being the Deiser family, but that not only includes employees, it's also extended to our customers, because everything we just said.
How do you think that cultural norms here in Spain around the work, around how every company works, influence on how you do your specific job, with Atlassian customers?
Kind of partially what I just mentioned. So trust is the key. You need to build it from the day one. And that requires time. So when we start a project or working with a customer, we really need to put some effort there, invest time and resources to really make the customer understand the kind of project, the kind of platform that is behind Atlassian, no? And also on you, no? On your team. Different thing, but Rust is not recommended here in Spain. We really like to take our time to make up our minds. You can easily expect many people in a meeting wanted to know and to hear firsthand what you need to say, so that they can discuss then internally, decide or whatever. So I would say trust, no rush, and having kind of to the point kind of conversations. I think that in Spain is important.
What unique work styles have you observed, that could inspire and be innovative, on the ways the Atlassian customers work? That you would say that, oh, look at this. This is really innovative. Maybe we can get some of that innovation.
I think that everything behind the principles behind the system of work help a lot in the Spanish market. So fostering a collaborative environment, for instance, I think that it's key and goes very much in line with the a strong feeling that we have in Spain about building and belonging to a community. So everything related with, we like to share, we like to gather, we like to meet, we like meetings a lot, no? And having the whole Atlassian platform behind all that, putting everybody in the same page, in the same platform, looking at the same information helps a lot during meetings. Like, it's so difficult to measure the amount of time, which is money, that tools like Confluence, Loom, and Jira are saving to our customers. So fostering that culture of collaboration, I think that it's being key. And also flexibility and agility, which are like at the core of Atlassian since day one. We change so much. Change is the only constant, but here in Spain, we change so much of opinion, like from one day to the next, because suddenly you have a new variable, like, to consider, no? And having all your information centralized, accessible, information well distributed, different ways of looking at the same information, that flexibility, no? And with the tools that allows you to, being agile and adopting change as the constant that it is, no, in your day to day.
And I think that in addition, the values from Atlassian are very important because are in the tools, the play as a team, or be the change you seek, or this type of values are very important for people to understand how important are the tools itself in a company. And this sense of collaboration, of community, has been essential for Atlassian to be one of the most valuable companies in Spain. I think that all this mixture is one of the key points.
What do you think that awaits for the future of Atlassian? What are you hoping that you can see in the future of Atlassian?
Well, we have just arrived from 2024 in Vegas, and there have been a lot of important announcements. But I think that the idea of the system of work and all around it will be essential for Atlassian to to be the engine to boost for a lot of companies to grow and to use Atlassian as the unique platform for their own business processes. I think that for the first time in 24 years, Atlassian has built an idea, a message completely fundamental for companies, so they don't realize about the money, about the cost, but they should focus on the advantages and the business that they can get from this platform. From my point of view, I see a very interesting future when with Atlassian trying to manage all the business areas using the platform and letting people to collaborate each other from one department to other. And I think that it will be the best exciting moment that Atlassian will have in Spain.
And to complement on that, maybe like the system of work combined with the idea of the cloud platform, like emphasizing the importance of moving to the cloud and actually investing more on cloud than on other versions, combined with the whole philosophy behind the system of work, shared knowledge, shared progress, shared goals, teams being aligned in a single platform. I mean, it is so simple. I mean, the message is so simple that it is understandable by anybody, like IT, no IT, regardless your business, regardless your department, you can understand the message. Those are messages that you resonate with because you are probably suffering from the same kind of problems, and Atlassian is the answer. And that opens so much the possibilities in the way that we, as solution partners, but as business partners, so for customers, can help them, again, unleash the potential to every team. Yeah. I mean, it fits so perfectly. That.
Yes, I agree. Yeah.
Since there's many specialized companies already, solution partners around the world and in Spain also, what do you think that and since Deiser is specialized in ITSM already, is specialized in cloud, what do you think that the customer is seeking? Someone that is really specialized in something, like, for example, Deiser with Atlassian and all those specializations, or a company that is specialized in many other, ways or ways?
I can see the advantage, of customers calling to a partner that does Atlassian and does also ServiceNow, for instance. But when things get ugly, you get the experts.
Mm-hmm.
So
cool.
Yeah.
Yes, I think that it's a question of distinction, because you know that you will be up on the list and you will be one of the first to be called. So it's very important to get this specialization. Mm-hmm. But in the end, it's a question of people and the quality of the professionals you have on the company. And we are pretty sure about the answers that we are offering to our customers. With a specialization, with no specializations, but at least we have two of them. Probably we will have a third one by the end of the year. And this is also important to us. Yeah.
We're over with this interview. I want to thank you both. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Fede. Thank you.
So how was it? I think that it was really cool. I think that they have a lot of stuff to say about how they work. We learned a lot of stuff about how people work and the Spanish culture when it comes to the technological advances like the Atlassian platform, the Atlassian tools, and the system of work. So again, I hope that you like it, and I'll see you next week with the last video of this season. As you know, we will take 2 months in order to rest a little bit, and we'll come back on September. But next week we'll have the last episode of the season, which I hope that is going to be fun. So, see you next week. Bye-bye.